What up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today on Fitness Tech Reviews, we're going to be going over two relatively budget-friendly fitness bands that have GPS built in. We have the Amazfit Bip U Pro and we have the Huawei Band 4 Pro. Things we're going to be going over in this video, the similarities and differences, what the apps are all about, and then of course it's fitness and sleep tracking. Both these guys have GPS built in, but the TLDR of it, I wasn't too amazed by the Amazfit. But let's go ahead and get right into it. First things first, let's go ahead and get into the similarities. So they both have relatively bright screens, but the thing is, the actual Band 4 Pro is actually going to have an AMOLED display that is a lot more brighter and vibrant. So if you're looking to see it in brighter environments, the Band 4 Pro is a lot better. The Bip U has a 1.43 inch display, where the Band 4 Pro has a 0.95 inch display. So if you're looking for the bigger display, the Bip U Pro has you. They both have 5 atmospheres of water resistance, and they both have a heart rate monitor, an accelerometer, a SpO2 sensor, and they both apparently have a GPS sensor, but I could not get it working on the Bip U Pro, but I'll get into that when we get into fitness tracking. The Band 4 Pro has 11 different workouts it can go through, where the Bip U Pro has 60, but to be perfectly honest, it's really not that big of a deal either way. And as far as battery life is concerned, the Bip U Pro can get about 9 to 10 days, even with all its metrics turned on and ready to roll, where the Band 4 Pro can get anywhere from 4 to 10 days. But of course, if you're looking for advanced sleep tracking and stuff like that, turning all that stuff on, it is going to give you around 4 to 5 days. Alright, as far as the apps are concerned, the Amazfit uses the Zepp app. The Zepp app is pretty good. It has everything built in. It's heart rate monitoring, where your exercises are and stuff like that built in. But you can also put things in like your water, your muscle mass and stuff like that, your BMI. It's all built in, so you can continue to track it. It's not like it actually measures it, but you can track it through the app. And the one thing with the Zepp app and the Amazfit in general, it's a little bit more smartwatch focused than it is fitness focused. So it has a lot of different extra stuff. Being able to check out all your extra social media and stuff like that, getting all your notifications on your wrist when you need them. Whereas when you get into the Huawei app, which is for the Band U Pro, it again has pretty much everything built in. Your steps, where your heart rate's been, what your exercise is all about. But it doesn't have all those extra features to add in. The only thing you can really add in is where your stress levels are, where your weight is, and stuff like that. But you can't put in like your BMI is relatively numbered, don't even worry about it. But you can't put in muscle mass and stuff like that. It does have the ability to jump right into exercises on it, so you can just press play and then go right into your exercise right on the app. But I mean, other than that, if you're really looking for a winner between one or the other, I guess I would pick the Zepp app with the Amazfit, just because you can add in all your metrics and you can actually add in a lot of your friends. The Amazfit ecosystem is starting to grow. Alright, now it's time to get into its sleep tracking. I saw both of them being very good. They both did a pretty good job being able to get to REM and sleep and stuff like that, but if I were to pick a winner out of the two, I'd probably go with the Bip U Pro, so that's the metrics right over here, where the Band 4 Pro right over here does a really good job. Both of them really working hard, doing their sleep metrics good, so it's really hard to kind of pick a winner, but if I would have to pick a winner, it would have to be the Bip U Pro. Since it does have a GPS built in, of course, I did some runs, a mile run, and when I look at my Huawei app, so I can go right into my exercises, right from there, it gets into all my metrics. So I did have some problems with high intensity workouts about what its charts were all about, where the heart rate was. But now when I'm looking at this, when I'm looking at my heart rate chart, it's fairly accurate. You can even zoom in to get a little bit bigger of a scene about where your heart rate is throughout. Not only that, you can see where your pace was throughout your run and your cadence. It's not too crazy with the cadence, but I was doing a little bit more interval training. I wasn't really running that hard, to be honest, because I had my dog Lucy with me, but I was actually relatively impressed. As far as high intensity workouts are concerned, it wasn't that accurate, but as far as running, I did not have my phone with me, so I did not use my phone for the GPS tracking, and it worked fairly well. Like I said, I did run a full mile and it was a little short on that. You also do not get a map with your run on this app. Not the biggest deal, but as far as the heart rate tracking was concerned, did really well. Now let's talk about the Bip U Pro. So I did the same run and I tried to use the GPS. For some reason, it would not turn on. So again, you can see my outdoor run, 0.77 miles. Yeah, no, not at all. And it says no map GPS data available. And when I click it, it says couldn't get GPS info for your workout. You make sure you're connected to your phone and make sure you have all your permissions granted. So I tried to go through the actual app itself to figure out if you can run without the phone, and I really couldn't find anything. I don't know if Amazfit can go ahead and clarify all this, but I could not get the GPS working on the actual smartwatch itself. Very disappointed by this. And when I'm even talking about when I'm doing high intensity workouts, again, it didn't really catch my heart rate too well. It seemed to catch my heart rate pretty well, but it was a little finicky as far as how it was handled. Did track my heart rate fairly well, not at the beginning. As you could tell, it really was kind of low, but about the 130 range. Even though it was around the 160 range, you can check out my Whoop right up here. So what I did was I kind of loosened the band a little bit and kind of played around, and I finally got to the point where it actually got to my maximum heart rate. It says 160, as you can tell by the end of the graph. So it's a little bit finicky about the way it needs to be around the wrist, so I really could not recommend this band that well for your fitness tracking. Other than all that, what are my recommendations with the two bands? So, if you are looking for something that's a little bit more smartwatch featured, I'd probably pick the Bip U Pro, as it does have a bigger screen and it does have more social media kind of integrated throughout the actual screen itself. You can check out the review I did on the Bip U Pro right up there, and its UI is a little bit more intuitive, and of course with the button on the side, I think it does well, and actually with the extra battery life, about 9 to 10 days, it's going to be a little bit better as far as a smartwatch is concerned. But if you are looking for a fitness tracker, this is a fitness channel. I would be talking about the Band 4 Pro from Huawei. It doesn't have the best battery life, but the screen is very vibrant, so you'll be able to see your pace as you are running. You can check pace on both of them, and of course the bigger screen will help you out, but you're not really running that well with this on. But as far as its heart rate is, it's great. It's good for sleep tracking, but it's not that great for high intensity interval training, as when you're bringing that heart rate up and down, it really isn't that sophisticated to really hold on to where your heart rate is. If you are looking for my video on the Huawei Band 4 Pro, check it out right up here, and I go through all the intricacies about how it wasn't that great as far as my interval training is concerned. If you are looking for a better band, I would probably push you towards the Inspire, the Fitbit Inspire 2. Or even if you're looking for that GPS built in, the Fitbit Charge 4, which is also going to give you a great heart rate tracking throughout high intensity interval training, which is also going to help you with your running and stuff like that as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you guys aren't yet. If you use the links down below and go to Amazon to buy these products, a little portion of that will go to help me build my channel. But other than that, stay happy, stay healthy, and above all, stay positive. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.